Okay, so what would you say is, because you even said yourself that you kind of played the game, right? What would you say that, you as maybe a guy that girls would maybe want, that you do now that you didn't, that you've learned from since you started like going on dates with girls and stuff like that?
Stuff that I do now.
Yeah, that you've learned over time. You've been like, oh, this is what works with girls. This is what girls like. This is what girls look for, etc.
Amazing. So one thing that I would say actually about myself, maybe less of what real girls, well-trained girls.
Let's go girls and women. Right, there are girls and
women,
there are women.
I love it.
Yeah?
Women, something women will understand.
Yep.
And appreciate is a high value man.
Sure.
I don't think girls. I think a lot of people have said all girls will respect a high. I don't think girls respect a high value man and want a high value man, because what do they want? What do girls want? Attention.
Yep.
Wishy-washy shit.
Yeah.
Like as I said, time, looking after.
Yeah. Clout.
A high value man doesn't have time for any of that, right? So one thing I've definitely changed and learned is how to be a high value man, which doesn't mean doing this for myself and then still catering for all the girls. It means you cut off all the girls, and
you only deal with the women.
They don't find and you deal with the women, and women. There's no age between this. Quite like yourself, I've dated older girls.
Yeah.
That are definitely girls, and I've dated younger women.
100%.
So age is nothing to do with it. Something I've changed that I think girls like more is being a little bit mysterious, when naturally to me I'm quite an open person.
Yeah.
I also admit everything. I'm not like a guy that hides stuff, So
Yeah.
Or I'm admitting that I do hide stuff.
Yeah, of course.
So this is very hypocritical, but yeah, I try and be. I'm just an open person. I talk about my life. I talk about who I am. I talk about my emotions. I'm very happy to be me. Two things I've changed to be that high value man and to be a bit more maybe masculine is, I'd say, becoming a bit more mysterious, so not being so open.
Yes.
And actually, again, to be hypocritical, maybe opening up less and speaking less about emotions in general.
Really? Because the thing is, a lot of women would say that they want guys to do that more.
Yeah, but a lot of women talk shit,
Do you think women don't want guys to be emotional with them?
I'd give it a 50-50. I'd say 50% of women, as a random number, if a guy was with them and we take the crying one, I think there's a meme about crying that's going a lot. Like if your man cries with you,
yeah,
I think 50% of women would be like, listen, I'm glad you can do this around me. I'm glad you feel comfortable enough. And then 50% of women would be like,
why? What's
maybe
going
a bit
on?
off put. Like, listen, I'm the one that needs to cry. You're the one that needs to be there for me.
Yeah.
And that also comes into the whole mental health scenario, which I actually have quite an opposing view on. I think I'm not quite sure that all the emotion that we're being encouraged to do right now in the society, because that's a huge thing about mental health, you're encouraged to express your emotion. I'm not quite sure that it helps, and I've been on both sides of the coin, so I come talking from experience before people come for me.
Yeah.
But the coin where you get the fuck on with it, don't speak it into existence, and deal with it as a man, is more effective.
Shall I tell you what I think it is? I think the remedy for men and women is different. I think the remedy for a woman dealing with her mental issues is, it's like, we know that, and this is a generalization, right? Men and women process their emotions differently.
We have to clarify that it's a generalization.
We have to, just in case. The world we live in. It's true. But it's like, if a girl's going through a tough time, right, like emotionally, she'll like have her feelings here and she'll get all her friends. She'll be like, okay, let's all look at this and let's all figure this out. Whereas guys are more, okay, if there's something going on, we retreat from everyone because we want to figure it out. And then once we feel we figured it out, then we're like, okay, then I can articulate what's going on. Do you know what I mean? So I think maybe when it comes to like the whole mental health thing, especially between men and women, I think the remedy for guys is different to women. And I think sometimes, and maybe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they sometimes try and say guys need to do exactly what women do or how women deal with it. And sometimes, a lot of the time, that doesn't work for us because we're different. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying?
Men and women are different.
I know, man.
What?
I know. I can't believe I said that.
I was gonna say, you have to be careful. Men and women are different.
Be careful you say that to, boy.
I'm different to a woman who has two
Maybe not the hair.
two
though.
bubbles
the hair
on
might
her
be,
breast and
the hair
and
might
a
be the
hole in
same.
her. Yeah, the hair's the same. Everything else, I can't believe I'm different to a woman. Wow. So I can't get pregnant.
I don't think you can, bro. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry.
Damn,
That can't happen.
you crossed my dreams.
I'm sorry, bro.
I think I'm gonna go online and rant about it and ask for equal rights because I can't get pregnant.
Pow.